What's going on? Thanks for checking in. Got the man Max Clark in the building, 3rd overall pick for the Detroit Tigers. Today he's going to show us a little behind the scenes, uncut action of his hitting routine that allows him to have the success that he's been having. So if you're a hitter, make sure you stay tuned. Check this one out.
Guess what? I'd go in with them and get flamed.
That's fair. Drew Jones commented on my photo.
If I came in with those shoes, what would you say?
Oh, if we knew him better, he'd get flamed.
Exactly.
If you're here for a week straight, you're getting roasted. But
Hey, it's better than the pink Louis Vuitton combo I had. Those were crazy.
Hey man, it's what it is these days. Newton comes in with pants this big.
Summers gave me the best and worst compliment I've ever received. He's like, yeah, Brock Jones is like one of the nicest guys ever, but looks like a straight douchebag. Kind of like you, Newton. I'm like,
thanks.
Yeah.
Backhanded, like.
I'm saying you look like that.
Okay.
You are.
I'll take it. That's okay.
Brock's the same way. You look at him, you're like, come on, dude.
Actually, yeah, that's.
But he's super nice guy. Best guy of all time. We're dissing the T. So you're not a T guy.
Not a T guy.
Have you always not been a T guy?
Yeah, literally, like ever since high school. I mean, I think the only time I ever used to use T was like 8th grade.
Really?
And then I stopped after then. I'm a big like soft toss, darts, BP machine guy.
Okay.
I'm a huge machine guy. We go off. I use the hit track or the hack attacks and eye pitches like my entire offseason every year in high school. That's it, bro.
Alrighty, yeah, just take us through like a daily routine. You know, whatever it is, we'll make it happen. We got hack attacks and everything.
Hell yeah.
And just walk through kind of what you're doing.
Sweet, we'll do. Bang.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. Facts. Franklin, Indiana legend. It's a good spot.
Hey.
Spot. It's so much better than 6, bro. I live in the middle of nowhere. All right, let's start bottom hand.
All right, short bat, bottom hand, front flips. No T.
No T.
Where do you want these?
Just literally anywhere. It's more of a path feel for me than anything. I'm trying to feel kind of like working on top of the baseball, or excuse me, on top of my path, so I can really start finishing higher. Like my biggest issue right now is I like to finish east to west a lot, and I really need to get into like that finish north feel.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Randy
roll over, baby. That might not even get to the first baseman. There we go.
There you go.
Bang. One more. We'll move to top end.
My bad.
Athlete.
Nice. Sunk.
That's hitterish. That's so hitterish. Oh, changeup. Or was that your, that hit the edge of the L screen?
No, it didn't do that.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
No, one more.
It's all right. We'll get it.
There we go.
Nice.
And I'm gonna go two hand with a short bat.
Okay.
No stride. Just kind of like I'm trying to really feel the finish up here. I'm trying to over exaggerate finishing high on the path.
Okay. Are you thinking about doing anything with your legs here or no?
Still no legs. Pretty
No
much
legs?
all just like, other than like, I feel like actually I take that back. My biggest key right now is I sometimes like to get my knee over my toe instead of kind of like feeling my hamstring. I kind of like to get loaded on my knee versus like I get quad dominant versus hamstring dominant a lot.
Yeah,
so right now I'm really trying to like sink into my backside and feel into the
Okay.
hamstring versus over my knee with my quad.
Nice, nice.
Yes. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, no stride, but kind of like a punch-up feel. So pretty much stopping at contact here, like a point to contact feel.
So are you extending through, or are you just at contact?
I would call it like the like middle ground. So I'm not going all the way through, not finishing, but I'm gonna go like right past contact. So
Power V?
yes, yeah, power V.
Steve-O. Steve-O.
Power V.
Still wide base, no legs?
Yep.
What'd he say?
Oh, no thank you.
Nice.
There we go. Now I'm gonna kind of like move into an actual like finish. Same idea, just an actual finish of swing.
Okay. Still trying to take the lower half out of it?
I'd say like the first half of my drill is pretty much all posture based. Second
Yeah.
half is where I start blending the bottom half into it.
Okay. But your main key to focus is you're just thinking try to finish high.
Yeah, path and finish high. That's all. Because if I can't figure out my posture early, I get into really big issues, chest flying open, and I kind of like stand up on it and I roll fucking everything over.
Yeah.
It was my problem the entire year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get super rotational.
Okay.
Like I have to contain my athlete.
Yeah.
For example, that's why the chest flew straight up, hit it straight in the ground.
There you go.
Yes.
Terrible toss. Just gonna say I'm left-handed, by the way, so that's flipping righty. Nice.
It's all right. I can understand that. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Every day in high school, trying to figure out how to flip my right hand.
Too lazy to flip the screen around.
Yep. Good. And then I'm gonna go into a step back.
Okay. Little breather.
Yeah. This is so I'll go step back and then I'll go hover, and then I'll end with like a hip block, and then that's it on soft.
Okay. Big thing you're focusing on, two components, what I've picked up so far. You're talking about trying to finish high because you spin and get up out of your legs, and you're gonna trying to be less quad dominant.
Absolutely.
You're trying to load a little bit into the backside, almost like an RDL.
Yes. Yeah. That is exactly the feel. It's an RDL.
So, you know who Colby Shelton is?
Yes.
Yeah, so he trains in here. That's one of his feels that he tries to do. He's a lefty too. He tries to think about it, hey, it's a single leg RDL on my back leg.
Yep. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like, so on top of all like top of those two, like this step back for me, I've kind of developed like a bigger leg kick. So with a step back and a hover, it kind of forces me to hold as long as I can. Because last year, looking at like some Hawkeye data, I had the latest load on average in low A, but I got my foot down the fastest in low A.
So you're just rushing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
rushing the spot. So the hover and the step back is kind of allowing me to like control my load and control my timing, to where like I'm not playing defense. I'm actually making the decision on attacking pitches and being less passive, etc.
Okay, nice. Nice.
That's good there. Genetics. I swear I don't know. They've been big since I was in like
Got
5th
big
grade.
calf.
I wish I could tell you. That's like my icebreaker. I actually feel really fucking good right now.
Good.
Everything feels nice. I think after seeing some like lives, slowing shit down.
Yeah, man, the more you see, the better.
Yeah.
Like, it's an adjustment for everybody going from high school to that, you know what I mean? But that's built into the plan. They know that.
Absolutely. Part of the process.
Exactly.
Got to struggle to win.
Yep. All right, so now
Go hover. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually shout out to Holiday on this one. But have you ever seen Jackson do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm exactly like him. I'm gonna try and hold my front toe as long as possible. As you start going back, I'm gonna ride. Click, bam.
Okay. Nice.
Hey, Summers, you want me to slide him an airwave?
No.
What'd you feel on that one? Why were you frustrated?
Got a little, or not long. I got a little like quick on my hold. I could have held that a little bit longer.
Okay.
Had it a little bit deeper, and it just would have been a better point of attack for me. Like I caught that out front and kind of like casted my hands out and just like flared it.
Okay.
That ball should be like there are in rewards, but instead it was a fucking weak ass fly ball.
Okay.
There it is. Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Batting practice?
Yeah.
How many rounds? Like, what are you working on per round?
For me, I'm pretty much thinking gap to gap. I don't want to do too much, especially in like BP.
Yeah.
I really try and take it pro, especially like off an arm or something pregame. I try and take a pretty pro style BP.
Okay.
And then like the biggest thing is don't get, I guess, rotational against the lefty, because if I get rotational before the game, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah,
You got adrenaline pump and everything else. So.
Okay. Good. Do you take like the legs out of it to start, or do you just going now?
I go now, so I'm
Okay.
feeling like now that everything's activated and ready to go, that's when I start really putting together. I might start like 70% intent and work my way up, sure, but like especially like on a game day BP before the game, like first round is just straight backside, like all backside, really like loose
Okay.
and quick. I want it to be quick, but I don't want it to be like really high intent. I want it to be almost effortless.
Nice. Let's hit it.
Pretty much see how hard I can hit it with the least amount of effort as possible.
Sorry.
We grind.
What? I don't know the yips, Peyton. I can put this anywhere I want it.
30.
I turned around 93 like it was fucking 83.
The freebie. Was it a freebie, Thomas?
I worked a big league walk. Yeah? Yeah, but it was a big league walk.
I can't lie, it was a kind of spotted heater too. It was down in the zone. He went and got it. Got the head out. Still kind of drifting. Oh, that's a cutter. Oh my God.
These balls cut.
That had some like legitimate. That did too.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
That's good right there. I'll call it right there.
Little breather. Biddle, congrats. You're going to college.
I am. Not just college, D1 college, Thomas.
Hey, 3 years ago when you walked in here, did you think that was possible?
I was like 5'4", 130
That's a real ass answer right there. That's a real ass answer.
This guy came in 3 years ago, my first client, basically.
Damn.
He was my first ever real client. And then came Peyton Cushman over there. Now Biddle's going D1. Peyton's going D1. Crazy. Biddle, you got told you couldn't catch at your high school. Remember that?
My first high school, yeah.
First high school, he's like, hey, you can't catch in high school.
Stupid.
Got told by a doctor to play baseball? And I took that shit personal.
And I took that shit personal.
Say that, Bill. I took that shit. Yeah.
That was like 97. Hey, does that have spin direction? That top that? Okay. Come on, bro. A little loopy. Stay tight. Get a little rotation. No, sir. No, sir.
Good take. Same
20.
spot.
Red dead. Yep. Hondo. Hondo. Oh, capped it. Damn. That's one of those where like everything goes right and then you just cast your hands and it ruins everything.
Just get disconnected?
Yeah. Hands went out.
There you go. Way to stay on it. That's the same pitch as you missed.
Yeah.
There you go. Way to go that way.
Nice.
One more
Hondo
round.
backside.
I ask all you guys this when we do hitting routines. Everybody attacks 2 strikes differently. You're young in the game. You may not have been able to like develop one yet. You may have not needed one. As you get the pro ball, is that something that you're starting to dial in on that you think that you need, or do you still kind of do the same thing with 2 strikes?
100%. Like I came in with a 2-strike approach. Like I was even using it in high school,
Okay.
which is wild. I mean, especially like coming from Indiana, like obviously there's a big skill gap there, but like I still utilized it because
Yeah.
it was more of like a mental thing. Like, hey, shorten up, don't try and do too much. Like
Yeah.
I get wider personally because
Okay.
there's not as much moving parts. I kind of go off like a Bryce Harper 2-strike. I get really wide and just kind of try and like rotate off of it
Yeah.
and put the ball in play because I'm a good runner, good athlete. I can make shit happen if I get on first base. So
you start like you're doing the hover, right? Whatever it may be. So you start like at where you land.
yep, I start at land. About here, I get a little wider, and I get a little. I kind of already start my hip IR,
Yeah.
so I'm getting a little bit in my back leg, like right here. And then as soon as the pitch comes, it's pretty much just a load, and maybe a short stride. But almost, I'd say 90% of the time, it's a heel up, heel down, click.
Yeah.
So
So by hip IR, it's internal rotation. So go back into that. Yeah. So he's kind of presetting that is what that is. So he doesn't have to get into it after his load. So now from this position, he can just throw this back knee down and front knee locks out. Go through it,
Bang.
bop. Just like that. All elite hitters do that move right there. I don't care what anybody else tells you.
amen.
Good?
Yes, sir.
Want to go one more round of BP?
Yeah, I'm good after that. I'm still trying to stay in the same approach, but I want the intent as like a game-ready approach, or game-ready intent.
Okay.
Because if I start chasing numbers, then I'm going to get spinny, and it's bad, and no one likes that. Oh, too deep. 89.
Gone. Good piece, brother. Nice. Missed it? Good?
Yeah.
Except some of the minor league parts.
Yeah, that shit's a fucking can of corn in Lakeland, bro.
Hey, if you'll notice, everybody we hit with, Tommy White videos coming out with Steve-O. Had the Shelton video. We had a Tommy video before, and now this cat. Every one of these elite players, they're very simple on how they approach things. Things that work specifically for them, and they're dialed in with it, and they're not ever straying away from it. You did the shorthand bat, backhand, front hand, went into front flips, did a couple drills where you're starting at approach, at land, right? Mm-hmm. Then we moved on to, a couple different drills. We did the hover, right? Yep. That's a good drill for you, and then step back drill, and then we went right into BP. So the moral of the story is simplicity always wins.
Absolutely.
The goal is to hit How do you get better at hitting? Hit. So a bunch of wacky drills is just going to take you away from that. A lot of those drills cause like bad adaptation rather than the good adaptation. You know, if you're trying to work on this, right, you know, single leg style swing to where your uppercutting isn't going to get you there.
Yep.
Just like that's an example. But the question I was going to ask is how similar is this routine to the routine that you've had, you know, throughout your entire career?
Almost identical. It started even more simpler than that, and then every time I got older, got better at the game, like it just slowly adding pieces into forming this puzzle that we call, you know, BP or pregame. Like it's the same stuff, just at a different complex level. So
yeah. Have you ever had coaches to try to stray you away from that growing up, or no?
No. Like guys want to, like coaches and guys, they want to see you being at your best. They want to see you how you lock in for the game, and if it's working, they're not going to change it.
Right.
So for me, like I've been sticking with the same program because it's been working for me. It's a hitter's program. It works for me. And obviously, there's been guys that've been like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And that just comes with being coachable, right? You learn more from like when guys open their mouths and talk. So you know, the ability to adapt and listen and maybe throw in 1 or 2 drills that you like, or try a variation of yours that might blend theirs is also a good thing for me too. Like that's what happened with a high finish. Like at first it was kind of just like it was a lazy like just finish high. And then it kind of became like a no stride, feel it in your bottom half and really rotate up into the top half of your swing so you can feel that high finish versus the east to west, like roll over, no good swing.
Right. But that's just the ability too to say no. Like when somebody tells you something and you don't, you know, want to make that feel. Idea is you know yourself better than anybody else will know that sense.
Exactly.
You don't have to tell them like, hey, no, that's not me. But, you know, you can kind of let it go through one ear and out the other. Because at the end of the day, you need to know you better than anybody else.
Exactly.
You're the one in the batter's box.
You're the one making the plays. So, you know, the more you know yourself, the more you trust what you know, the better hitter you're going to be.
I really appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, sir, brother. Appreciate it, my man.
Hey, that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you liked that video. If you don't know who I am, if this is your first ever video, you know, watching our channel, my name is Thomas Summers. I'm a strength and conditioning coach that's been blessed to work with some of the best baseball players in the world, and we pride ourselves on building the strongest, most explosive ball players in the country, you know, whether that's youth players, high school players, college players, and all the way up to that big league level. So if you want to see more behind the scenes action of how the game's best trained, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to use the same exact training programs that they use in-house, right here I have a SummersMethod Plus app. That is a year-round training program I send out to all my players. If you're a youth player, if you're a high school player, if you're a college player, and if you're a pro player, there's different workouts per age group year-round. And you can get that for a 7-day free trial in the link in the description. So hit that subscribe button for me. We'll catch you next week.